just made this DVD about the ECW early days, whatever, up until the most recent ECW they did / WWE, and I wasn't mentioned in none of it. It's because it's like, when I feel the need to say something, I'm gonna say it, and I ain't gonna bite my tongue. And see, that's not how wrestlers are supposed to be. Wrestlers are supposed to be trained to come in and sit down and don't breathe loud and hope that they get a match that night and hope that they're that next big superstar. And if they're not, then they sit over there and they shut up. And then if they tell them to go home, then you go home with a smile on your face. You don't complain. Well, New Jack never did that. If I didn't like Paulie, I told him I didn't like him. If I didn't like Cornette, I told him I didn't like him. I said, the only reason that I'm here is because I put asses in seats. It ain't like because you like me.
So, elaborate on you a little bit about on your time there, Smoky Mountain.
Smoky Mountain was a learning experience.
How long were you in the business to that point?
Okay. Let me go back a little bit. I gave myself 2 years. I said, if I'm not on TV in 2 years, I don't care if it's 5 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, TV. Gotta be on TV. And I said, if I'm not on it by then, I will get out the business. Well, I was on TV within 6 months of being in the business.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it was just, when I went to Smoky Mountain, I was fortunate enough to have people to work with me, like the Rock and Roll Express and Tracy Smothers and all the Armstrongs and, Dirty White Boy, and you know what I'm saying? And these guys have been around for years, so they taught me a lot of stuff outside of the business that would help me survive in the business. You know what I'm saying? They taught me enough stuff. They taught me stuff outside of the ring that helped me survive.
Can you elaborate a little bit on what exactly you mean by that?
The wrestling, okay, a lot of things that I didn't know as far as professional wrestling goes. Well, there's always there's a little saying that they say, in this business, it's better to be seen than heard. It's better to shut up and listen than to keep running your mouth and trying to tell somebody else what you think is right when you are a learning tool in this business. And it's best to be around vets that have been there and done it. They can show you how to get there and done it, and should get there and do it. Whereas I always tell people when they say, well, I'm a professional wrestler, I say, who trained you? Joe that worked down at the garage. I said, well, who trained Joe? Fred that worked at the cotton mill. Well, who trained him? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so if you ain't got nobody that's done train you that has any type of background in the career, in the business, then that's like Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles trying to give each other directions on how to drive downtown. That's like the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying? But if you get somebody to train you that know what they're doing and can help you get to that next level, then that's where you belong. So I always kept myself surrounded around people that could help me get to the next level. You know what I mean? And I started the business at a later age than most people. You know what I mean? But I was still able to humble myself enough to listen and learn the business. Unlike a lot of these guys that have been on the indie circuit now for 10 and 15 years, ain't never went nowhere, ain't never going nowhere.
Do you love wrestling?
No.
You don't love the wrestling industry?
No, it was just, I love entertaining. And then this is just a job.
Can you speak about ECW?
ECW was just like any other company, any other major fed. ECW was, we used to call ourselves the outcasts. Okay, well, New Jack developed a following of people that was stuck on my promo. My promo was just right in your face, right there. You know what I'm saying? You knew what I was talking about, and I would curse a lot on my promos. Well, people used to always would come to me sometimes. They say, "Well, if you cut this promo, that's fine, but we don't want you to curse." And I say, understand something. I don't edit the show. I just go out there and perform. I said, now they put on that show what they want to put on there.